You don't need to believe. You don't need confidence. You don't need motivation. In this initial period, you can borrow mine because I believe in you and I have confidence in you. And I know that without any shadow of a doubt, if you put your mind to it, you can achieve anything that you want. But it all starts with reprogramming your mind and reprogramming your ADHD in the absolutely fucking critical, excuse my language, first 5 minutes of the day. Here's why. When you wake up, your brain produces different types of electrical wavelengths dependent on your state of consciousness. This is also how hypnotherapy works, and we can accept things more when we're in that alpha state. So when you wake up, you are in an alpha state. You're relaxed, you're not resistant, you're highly receptive, and this is where your subconscious mind is highly, highly programmable. Do not waste that precious shit on Instagram, WhatsApp, or emails. It's your absolute pinnacle 5 minutes of the day to change. It's the perfect and most critical time to plant your new thoughts, your new beliefs, and your new affirmations. Because not only are you more receptive in the alpha state, your analytical, critical, resistant mind hasn't yet woken up. It hasn't yet activated. Now, as exciting as this is, I also need you to understand that the exact same 5 minutes is the danger zone. Have you ever gone to bed worried, stressed, anxious, and upset about a certain situation? Or rethinking a conversation you had with your partner earlier in the day, or something that happened with your boss or a business colleague, or anything at all. And you end up thinking about it, falling asleep, and then the second you wake up, what do you think about? 100 times out of 100, that exact same thing. Now, what about if that exact same thing was a compelling vision of your future? How different could life be? But we need to understand it's as exciting as it is dangerous. Get it right, new levels. Get it wrong, you're going to go backwards. So, as I said, most people waste this precious window on their phone and they do nothing but flood the brain with stress, fear, worry, comparison, and limitation before it's even conscious, before it even has chance to think whether it's accepting these thoughts or not. And this will basically multiply all day long. So if that first 5 minute window is filled with stress, anxiety, worry, and fear, that will set the time for your entire day. And the thoughts will also multiply. I actually call this ants, automatic negative thoughts. So it's like an ant's nest. It will get bigger and bigger and bigger. Great thing is, it works the other way. So from today onwards, I want you to commit to me right now. Promise me. Comment promise on YouTube if you're watching. The link will be around here somewhere. And install new programming. Update your software. Update your brain and create new programming. But programming that aligns with your highest potential. You have a choice. You can get up and tell yourself that you're not good enough and nothing ever works out for you. People don't love you, people don't trust you, people don't respect you. Or you can wake up and say, I'm in control, I'm in charge, I can achieve anything that I want. I don't blame, I don't make excuses. And you can choose a programming and a software that aligns with your highest potential and the future that you've always desired. Now, I want you to understand something important about exactly how your brain works. So the brain doesn't know the difference between what's happening in the external world and how it's making you feel and what you're imagining and visualizing in your internal world. As I said, this isn't mumbo jumbo. This isn't wishy-washy. This is neuroscience. This is scientifically backed. So when you visualize something in your brain will release the same neurochemicals as if it's actually happening. Try it right now. Sit back, close your eyes, and think of the happiest, proudest, funniest, most memorable moment of your entire life. and you will flood the brain with chemicals of serotonin, happiness, joy, and everything in between. Or you could do the same, and you can close your eyes and you can go back to the worst situation in your life, the crisis, the worst day of your life. And you'll flood the brain with neurochemicals of fear, scarcity, worry, cortisol. But it doesn't know the difference. I've done this on such a deep level with transcendental meditations, right? On a period in my life when I didn't have any of the things that I have now, and I was actually quite down and I was quite depressed. And I used to visualize me being back with Nat and me, her and Logan being on holiday in the Maldives, and I was sat at the bottom of a water slide with my arms out. Logan was coming down the slide, laughing, I was catching him, and Nat was smiling at the top. Like, I visualized that and felt it on such a level that I was literally there. I could feel the water on my legs. I could feel the happiness in my body. I was flooding myself with serotonin. And you can do that exact same thing, because trust me, your brain doesn't know the difference, okay? This is why mental rehearsal is so important and so powerful. If you watch this, send me a message on Instagram and I'm gonna tag you in a video of when I just completed running 200 consecutive miles. Now, what will shock you is, one, it was the most unplanned, amazing moment of my life. Logan ran out the last 50, 60 meters in front of all the cameras. I'll cherish it for the rest of my life. I picked him up, gave him a hug, and then he ran the last 50, 60 meters with me. Now, when I got to the end, you'll see all of this on camera. I'm virtually emotionless. I don't cry. I don't celebrate. I don't clap. I had an amazing hug with Nat and Logan said, "Team." And I almost just walked around as if I'd just not done anything. Why? Because I'd already done that moment thousands of times in my mind. It wasn't new. It wasn't a new experience. I'd visualized it. I'd seen it. I'd felt the emotions. So when they actually happened, it wasn't like, oh my God, I've done this. I'm so happy. I'm so emotional. I'm so X. I'd already felt those emotions. So all high performers do this, from CEOs to Olympic athletes to footballers, American footballers, and everything in between. Because when you visualize, your brain focus creates new neural connections. And these are based on what you repeatedly focus on. So again, shock horror, if you're repeatedly focusing on shit and looking at life through the shit colored filter, then it's not surprising that you feel low energy all the time. We have to retrain it and focus the other way.